So you want to read more, right? I mean, why else would you be here? And life just feels like a 24/7 boss fight against your attention span. You know, you've got a 12-mile long to-do list. You've got just a completely fried brain. And you've got TikTok showing you sea otters and all sorts of other cute things. So wanting to carve out some reading time can be a little bit difficult. That's why I'm here today to give you 13, I think, no-nonsense, slightly unhinged, definitely dramatic tips to help you tackle that reading habit. Tip 1 is to read what actually excites you. I'm not talking about what your mom says you should read, or your family, or your friends, or book talk, or bookstagram, or anything else. If you're into spicy fantasy with these morally gray disaster boyfriends, then go for it. Although that is probably what book talk is recommending, at least for me. In my opinion, you're not a book monk. You're a sentient human being. So enjoy the dragons, enjoy the heists, enjoy, kissing in haunted libraries, whatever you're into. And the myth that you have to read the classics if you're a serious reader just drives me mad. Unless Dostoevsky is somehow paying your rent, you do not have to read something that doesn't give you joy. Just read for joy. And if the classics are what give you joy, like they are for me, I recently read Jane Eyre, absolutely love it, then do that, that's fine. But don't feel like you have to read this list of the 100 most famous books in the world if all you want to read are cozy fantasies. Right now, I'm reading a cozy fantasy series. The first book was A Coup of Tea, and it's so good. I'm loving it. It's not the best literature in the world, but I'm loving it. It makes me feel good, and that's what you should go for. So, tip number 2 is to just skip the guilt when you hit a reading slump. Reading slumps happen, and they're terrible. But that's fine. They're just a season, and you should stop condemning yourself to a life sentence without books when you hit that reading slump. Be where you are. Don't apologize to all your unread books as if they're your exes or something, and just let it go. To get out of it, though, what helped me is to make it absurdly easy to pick up a book. And I'm talking put books in your eyeline, strategically scattered around like breadcrumbs for your attention span. Nightstand, couch, the throne, fridge. Okay, well, maybe not the fridge unless it's really, really good and you like snack reading. But anyway, everywhere is fair game for a book. And you get extra brownie points if you read in weird places. Sure, we've got some classics like the bathtub, the doctor's office, the train station, a park bench, fine. You could also just randomly park your car outside your house and sit there to read because that's the only place where you have a moment of quiet. Or, I don't know, you could just be bored waiting in line at a grocery store, pull out a book, and boom, reading time. Sure, people might think that's a bit weird, but who cares? You're gonna be lost in another world. I'd probably suggest you skip the rooftop just for health and safety reasons. Yeah, maybe don't read on the rooftop. 4th, audiobooks count. I don't care what people say. They are multitasking magic. Anyone who follows the myth that real readers don't listen to audiobooks has never met my laundry pile, or I don't know, had to deal with the dirty dishes on the counter. I swear, it's maddening. They count. I read books on my Kindle, I read physical books, and I listen to audiobooks, and they're all valid. They're all valid. You need to make sure you're just enjoying reading and you're captivated by the story. So repeat after me. I, O, this book, nothing. If it gives me the ick, or if I'm not enjoying it, I will close it. Yeah, no, I am the world's biggest hypocrite when it comes to this. I rarely DNF books, but I think we should both stop telling ourselves that if I don't finish this book, I'm a failure or I'm whatever, fill in the blank. You're not in a toxic relationship with this pile of paper. So one of the things that helps me with this is a friend of mine once told me that the average reader, but I mean reader, not the average person, reads about 2,000 books in their lifetime only. It's just 2,000 books. Do you want this book that you're dreading to pick up to be one of those 2,000 books you get to read in your life? If not, then just let it go. Move on to the next one. I keep telling myself this. It almost works. Almost. I still rarely DNF books. There was this one fantasy series, this series that my MA supervisor highly recommended. She said, it's just like your writing style. You'll love it. It's fantastic. It's the epitome of modern fantasy. And I started the first one. I bought all 3. I was super proud that I was going to read them. And I finished this trilogy about a year and a half later. It does not take me that long to read a book. But I finished this book a year and a half later and thought that I am over fantasy, that I have grown out of it, and that if this is the epitome of modern fantasy, then I'm not into fantasy anymore. Don't do that. Just drop the book and move on. Move on into something that will just captivate you more. So I know we just said that there's a limit on how many books you're going to get to read in your lifetime, but tip number 6 is to reread your favorite comfort reads. For me, that would be, let's say, the Harry Potter series, or honestly, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue is my favorite book right now. It's in my top 10, definitely, and I'm going to be rereading it soon. It just feels like a warm hug, or a warm heartbreak in this case. So just think of rereading your favorites as soup for the soul. Tip number 7 is set a timer for 20 minutes. You can do almost anything for 20 minutes, even reading instead of scrolling through reels. Read like it's a high-stakes challenge and get bonus points if you light a candle and pretend you're the main character in a haunted manor. And then tip number 8 is to stack your habits. So pair reading with your ritual, maybe your morning ritual. Get a cup of hot cocoa, go into bed for a snuggle, hide from your inbox, and let the book hitch a ride into your routine. Hey buddy, what's going on? Do you want to come up in here and be part of the video? Come here. You don't judge me. You don't judge me. Oh my god. Okay. I gotcha. You're gonna join me. You're gonna join me. It's official. Woo! Okay, there you go. Better? You're a star. You are a star. Shall we flip you around so the camera can see you? Whoa! Here we go. In a similar vein, tip number 9 is to romanticize the heck out of reading. I mean, light a candle, put on some video game music or a film score, grab your favorite little pupper or cat if you're a cat person, read by some fairy lights, or read by the sea, or read like someone's painting your portrait in oil. Pretend you're in a French indie film about a mysterious reader with a tragic past. You can even create your own unique reading ritual. Tea, blanket, candle, just pretend you're the village witch who's discovered a grimoire. Tip number 10 is to track your reading habit like a chaotic goblin. Use Goodreads, use Storygraph, use Fable, use sticky notes, use obsessive spreadsheets, whatever works for you. but just don't turn this into a math test. And then a bonus tip is to take notes like some sort of dramatic scholar. You know, if it's your thing, doodle in the margins, highlight wildly, annotate like your future biographer is watching. For me, it's post-it notes and then endless highlights on my Kindle. Tip number 11 is to choose mood reading over the sense of assigned reading. Reading isn't homework. So you're under no obligation to read that political biography that you've been dragging yourself through. Just pick what your soul needs, even if it's something like a novella about cozy necromancers who love knitting. I don't know. And tip number 12 is to use libraries. You know, free books, zero guilt, maximum chaos. Tip number 13 is to treat reading like your superpower. Every book is a secret portal into another person's brain, into another person's way of thinking, into their reality. So reading isn't just fun, it's magic. And the more you do it, the easier it gets. So just start small and let the habit grow. You could start with a page a day, you could start with 5 pages a day. Just start wherever you are and keep going. Your future creative self will thank you. I think learning to love to read is like unlocking the cheat codes to basically everything. So if you're looking for permission to be a cozy, chaotic, genre-hopping reader who DNFs some books and finishes others, who reads on Kindle and then on audiobook, then picks up a physical book, then you got it. Reading should just be your own thing. And if all else fails, just go for 5 pages a day. Start with 5, that's it. You'll be surprised at how quickly those 5 turn into 50. Now, I'm curious, what are your reading hacks, things that work for you? And what are your biggest reading blocks right now? Let's talk about them, let's work through them together. If you like this video, or the vibe and the chaos, or if you found any of these tips helpful, hit that like button, it really helps with the algorithm. And if you want more cozy, chaotic inspiration, insights into my own creative practice, or book recommendations, or anything else, hit subscribe. That's what I do here. And I'm looking forward to connecting with you. Let's read some books. Everything just coming in the way. For example, I really enjoyed reading Jane Eyre or Jane Austen, but here, focus, do not disturb, yay. Blah. Blah, 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 blah. Testing sound. Whoa, 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 whoa. Pew! On my Kindle, am I recording? Am I? Please tell me I am, because I'm really enjoying this. Yay! Okay. Oh, and I'm gonna leave some videos linked here that you might like. I'm not gonna do that bit.